What's going on? I just completed my first USPSA match, and I kind of wanted to share my experience with other people because I know I was searching YouTube before I did the competition just to kind of get some insight as to what to expect when I was getting there. First off, like everybody says, you do not need anything special. Like, just go with what you had. I went with my Glock 19. This is what I used. I took the mag well off because that's not allowed. I used my +5 base pads from Shield Arms, and also I have some Taran tactical ones that worked out well. I recommend these. If you don't have them, don't worry about it. It's not a necessity, but I kind of appreciated having them only because I was new and I wasn't as good as reloading as some of the other people there. But definitely was helpful to have them and to take a couple of shots on some stages. You could take more than 2 shots at target, so I would shoot like 3 because your 2 best count. They'll tell you when you can only shoot 2 and when you can shoot whatever you want. I didn't find this out till like my 4th stage, and then next thing you know, I'm shooting like 6 shots at one target, trying to get better shots. But it is what it is. Glock 19, pretty standard, no magwell. I left my light on. I had some cheap Alien Gear OWB holster that I used. Was the worst holster of everybody that was on my squad, but it didn't matter. No one cared. And then I don't have a competition belt, so I used a battle belt that I had. I kind of got it for Christmas. I was like, oh, whatever. I just have a mishmash of holsters that are kind of like universal holsters. And then I just bought this one from the Ben Stoger website because I like the magnet. And I was like, you know, even when I'm at the range, this is helpful for when you're done. You just throw it on there. You go to, like, you know, they ask you at the beginning at the safety meeting, has anyone here never competed before? So of course you raise your hand. It was me and like one other person. And then they tell you, like, why are you doing this? How'd you hear about this? And I'll just be careful. And the guys are super cool. Like, they just ask you some questions to see if you're just some schmuck off the street. Once they find out that you're cool and you just want to compete and that you're into it, people are awesome. And they tell you go slow, don't run, this and that. So when you see my video, you'll see I'm not running. I'm like walking fast, trotting a little bit. My goal is don't get DQ'd. Do not get disqualified. Finish at the whole, match, all stages. Get good shots on target, move slow, and learn as much as I can. Everybody in my group was super cool. Like, everyone was like, oh, you're new, cool. We'll put you last so you can watch the way other people do it. Hey, watch that guy right there. He's really good. And like, people giving you tips. One tip I will tell you, if you're a right-handed shooter, always reload, because some stages you're gonna need to reload when you're moving from left to right, because you can't break the 180 rule. So most people will tend, just for the record, this is clear, there's no magazine. There it is, it's clear. So most people will go like this when they reload. Well, if you're going from right to left and you do that you just broke the 180 plane, which is pretty much, if you stretch your arms like this and the target's at downrange, you can't point the muzzle past this backwards, where everyone's pretty much standing and watching you. So when you move from left to right and you start going down, you're reloading, basically pointing downrange, so it's safe. That was a good tip that somebody told me because they saw on one match I didn't reload and I shot out and my slide locked and now I'm sitting there reloading. It happens. On one course, it was kind of bright. I couldn't find my dot because I had my dot setting too low. So definitely check your gear before you go. So I had to like sit there in the middle of shooting, and I basically changed the co-witness irons in the middle of the course. It was like, screw it. And then after that, I bumped up my dot a little bit. Super cool. Everyone was awesome. Can't wait to do my next one, which I will do. But I just focused on efficiency of my shooting. Just get my grip right, get my targets. I shot pretty good. A couple times I actually just forgot to shoot certain targets because there's like sneaky targets. When you look around the corner, you get something, and then you go and you forget that you got that one. One target I shot like 8 times because from 3 different positions, I'm like, wait, did I shoot that thing? And I just shot it anyway. Yeah, whatever. Again, I'm not looking to win. I was just looking for the experience to get better with my pistol, get more comfortable with it and moving around, and that was it. And I kind of just wanted to pop my cherry and do a competition. So I didn't really care personally. Other people will take it to heart, if they're competing for classification or whatever. But yeah, it was super awesome though. I had a great time. I really encourage everyone to do it. Even one guy there was doing it with his EDC, which was a SIG 365 TAC Ops. And he was drawing from appendix. He was doing it from appendix. So even if you don't have an OWB waistband and you want to just draw from appendix, that's fine. He did that. He had almost like the T-Rex sidearm, like a sidecar. Well, he had like one of those, or the Tier 1 appendix one. What is it? The Alias or the Atlas? One of those guys. And he was doing it that way. And I think it was like his first match too. And he's like, yeah, whatever, man. He just wanted to go out there, have some fun, and shoot. Again, I really think everyone should do it. What else can I share with you that was important? Nothing else. Oh, one thing that I was not ready for, that if you are going to do this, you should try practicing. Practice shooting with just one hand. Strong hand and weak hand. Because we had a stage where we had to do 6 on target, reload, strong hand, 6 on target, and then you start over, make ready, go. Then we had to do 3 on target, reload, 3 on target, weak hand. I've never shot weak hand. I barely shot strong hand only. I just don't do it. I'm still working on my regular grip, trying to make sure I do that right. So I don't practice with just one hand at a range. Half the time you're on an indoor range, you can't even draw from your holster. So I gotta figure out an outdoor range where I can go and practice all this other stuff. So I do a lot of dry firing drills. I do a lot of dry firing at my house. I do a lot of just drawing from my holster. Make sure my grip's right. I've been practicing quite a bit actually since that match, because it actually teaches you what you have to work on, which is actually what I took out of it. It's like, oh, I need to learn how to draw from my holster and get my proper grip quicker. I need to practice dry firing quicker. I need to practice moving from target to target, moving while shooting, because in some instances you might want to move a little bit as you're shooting. So I learned what I need to work on, what I need to practice. For, instead of just going to a range and picking a gun off the table and shooting it straight forward. Yeah, that's cool when you get a ton of great shots, but when you get into a competition and now you're moving around and you're reloading and there's all these other variables of where your foot's stepping, you can't step outside the box, etc. A lot of things are running through your mind, and if you're like me and you're kind of new to shooting, but not maybe intermediate, maybe a step below. I don't know, advanced beginner, whatever you want to call it. You think about a lot of stuff. I still shoot and I'm feeling my grip out. Like, I know what my grip is. I know what I like. I know when I have it good. But sometimes I'm like, that was off because I forgot to do this. Or there's slight little things that I'm still like kind of fine tuning. And I really saw where I needed it after doing the competition. It really tells you this is where your focus should be when you're training, when you're dry firing, when you're pulling from your holster, all of that stuff. So, yeah, like you'll see here, I'm shooting and I'm taking my time because now I'm switching to another target. And like you'll see right here, like I'm shooting, I'm taking my time, I'm making sure that my shots count, and now I'm switching to another target. I'm like, oh, where's my dot? Instead of rushing the shots, I'm just taking my time. I'm doing my thing. Look, I'm walking to the next target. I could care less what my time is. I just want to complete the stage and get my shots on. That's it. A couple times, I told you I forgot to do a reload. Who cares? I forgot to shoot one time, which is weak hand only. I didn't care because I shot 3 and then I just shot weak hand, and I was like, oh wait, I was supposed to reload between that. Whatever. It was a great experience. I know next time I'm gonna definitely beat my previous score to what I did because I know so much and I've been working on it. I've been practicing. So it is what it is, but look, if you want to get out there and you're thinking about it, but like I'm nervous, and also I had 0 nerves because I didn't care. I'm not there trying to classify. I was just there for me, and I was like, whatever. I'm not going to talk to anybody. I'm not trying to make friends. I'm just going to go there. This is for me to get better at what I do, for me to get better at shooting. Everyone was so cool. People giving me emails. Check out my website. I'm in South Carolina. They're like, come to Atlanta. I have a school over there, and then we do the course over there. We'll hang out. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, that's awesome. So everyone was super cool. I ended up leaving there like being friendly with a lot of people. So yeah, it's honestly, it was a great time. And again, I had zero nerves because I was like, whatever, I don't care. My only nervousness was don't get DQ'd. Don't break the 180 rule. Don't misfire. Make sure your finger's off the trigger when you're doing stuff, because I've seen some videos where people are reloading, their fingers on the trigger, and you know you're in the moment and you pull the trigger by accident and you just shoot a random shot out there. No bueno. You're done. You're done for the day, man. So be careful with that, and I'll keep you guys updated on my next my next competition, which I was hoping would be April 19th at Belton Gun Club down in South Carolina. But we'll see what happens. That's the one I'm trying to make. Trying to do this once a month and practice in between just to see how I'm progressing. I'm just doing this for me. Don't care where I end up with this, but I like it. I enjoy it. I'm going to do it. I want to encourage others to do it as well, because it took me a while, almost a year, to finally sign up. And I almost didn't show up because I was like, I don't know. Why am I going to go? Maybe I shouldn't go. Who cares? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? Just do it. You're just better off just doing it. Stick it through. See what happens. And I am so happy I went. I am so happy I followed through, because honestly, it was amazing. I'm so addicted. I immediately got home and started looking up when are the next matches, how far are they, doing Google Maps to see how far the drive is to ones in other states. I'm like, oh, I can do a 4-hour drive to go do that for a day. So please do your thing. Look, if you like this content, please comment down below. Let me know what you want to hear from me next time I go and do a competition. Like and subscribe, because I'm going to be putting up more content throughout this whole process, and probably some other content as well of other things that I'm into. All right, thanks for tuning in, and have a good day.